What do you mean non-player tier?
Like, again, the characters that we don't have any knowledge on.
Uh, I feel like for those we just guess and pray that people don't jump on us, because I feel like
Well,
for
I
the
mean,
for the most part we've probably got this.
we're quote unquote rating the objective power of every single Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Character according to canon. So if people are
we
going to watch this, some people might actually get angry with our decision.
yeah, but like most of these characters, the great majority of these characters we have it's very solid set for how
Well,
strong they are.
most of the characters you have very solid knowledge on. I haven't played a good majority of these games, like other than
Okay.
like basic stuff like Duck Hunt, and then just like, obviously I play stuff like Zelda and Pokemon and Mario, but like,
Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Uh
yeah, let's get that out of the way. Also put Bayonetta on top of
Bay
S. Like,
Yeah, Bayonetta. Where's Bayonetta?
she's at the
Bayonetta.
top.
Yeah, it's in
Next to
alphabetical
Bowser.
order.
Yeah.
Um okay, let's just get all the really obvious stupid strong characters out of the way real quick.
I haven't
Uh
played Xenoblade.
if I remember correctly, he's just literally God at the end of the game.
Isn't that how
If
most JRPGs work? They're just God by the end of the game.
No, I mean like canonically Jesus.
Yeah, but like, isn't that how most JRPGs
I
typically end?
guess
I mean,
so.
have you
Okay,
played Persona 3? I know you haven't, but
yeah. I have you played Persona 3? No, I haven't played Persona 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and establish some rules now that we've gotten this far. Uh we will not be giving these characters help from their games. They have to run on themselves.
wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean like so let's take like uh here's a good example. Okay, so Joker doesn't get the Phantom Thieves. It's just Joker.
Oh, well, I thought that much was at least
Yeah.
obvious.
Marth doesn't get his party, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ridley doesn't have any minions. Bowser
Okay,
doesn't have any minions.
that brings up a good question. Are we going to count Pokemon Trainer as separate Pokemon, or are we just going to count them as one character? Because if we don't have teams, then that means the Pokemon Trainer can't use
Yeah,
Charizard,
but
Ivysaur, and Squirtle.
that's like a canonical. That's like that is their ability. Is that they're a Pokemon trainer? So
Yeah.
I would allow them to have their Pokemon because
Now
otherwise they're fodder.
that also brings up another big question. If we allow that, does that mean we also include the hypothetical possibility that the Pokemon trainer could have Arceus on their team?
We're gonna limit the Pokemon trainer to the Pokemon they have in Smash, and by that I don't
Okay.
mean all of the Pokeballs because Jesus flipping Christ.
Yeah.
Uh,
Again, that
but
would also mean
yeah,
that they have
yeah.
access to Arceus.
So let's go alphabetical order, top to bottom. Pretty obvious.
Alright.
I think everybody is gonna be okay with me putting Minecraft
Well, okay.
as a whole in
Let's
A tier.
let's put Steve up there. Like, let's not do like the different alternate skins because that's gonna be like very confusing. Just like use
Yeah.
Steve.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, Steve and Alex are the same thing. They have the exact same
Yeah, I
abilities.
know, but like we shouldn't like make
Okay.
it confusing just for easier
Yeah.
formatting. Just only have one.
Okay, yeah, so just Steve Minecraft or just Minecraft in general is very easily A tier. The amount of weight they can lift is ridiculous.
Well,
Uh,
okay, I don't know if Steve, as of this moment, is easily A tier because we haven't defined what A tier is. Because I don't think
okay, so
Steve is only like
Kirby is Kirby tier. Bayonetta is Bayonetta, Palutena,
Bayonetta's
and
Godbuster.
yeah,
Bayonetta is Godbuster. Like,
Bayonetta, Bayonetta, Palutena, and Shulk are all god tier. They are all firmly up there as gods, or at least able to kill a
okay,
god.
okay,
And their power remarkably shows that. So A tier would just be someone who you would think of as just your not like your stupid height. Does this have Sephiroth on it yet? It does.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, so it's not
I
like
mean,
your it's not Sephiroth's going in S tier. That's not really something we need to debate.
yeah, Sephiroth. I mean, he literally
Let's
dropped
just
a meteor on the planet. Okay, wait. If we're
Screw
going,
that. Have you seen flipping supernova?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He literally he summoned a comet from beyond the solar system, blew up every planet in the solar system, hit the sun, and caused it to freaking generate enough heat to damage the freaking Final Fantasy VII party from within the center of the Earth. Like,
And if we're
okay,
running on his
but
Smash version of his final Smash, it blows up the Earth as well.
yeah, but
So
okay.
Sephiroth is lowballing Starbuster.
Okay, that actually brings up a question. Does that mean we put Cloud above Sephiroth? Because
uh,
things like, because obviously Cloud doesn't have the like planetary devastational feats that Sephiroth does, but Cloud can easily wipe Sephiroth.
well, I
Not
think the
easily, but he can beat Sephiroth.
well, I don't think Cloud's ever beaten Sephiroth without assistance, right?
No, he's beaten him 1v1 in Advent Children.
Okay, so here's my interpretation of that. Sephiroth is very, very, very strong. Oh, hello. Person that is telling me to buy primes. No, I'm not doing that. That's very sad.
Wait,
That is
somebody.
yeah. Someone
How
in the
many
chat's
viewers
like
do we have?
uh, none. Uh,
I see.
hopefully this will get more in post. But anyway, so like Cloud, I interpret it as Sephiroth is very, very strong. Kind of like how he acts in Smash. Actually, he's very strong, but he's also doesn't have the highest durability.
I guess that makes well, okay, in Advent Children, I haven't watched Advent Children. I've literally only watched the Cloud versus Sephiroth fight. Cloud and Sephiroth were literally just running across buildings and freaking fighting midair. The only reason Cloud was
Yeah.
able to beat Sephiroth was using Omni Flash 5, but they were on pretty much equal standing throughout that entire fight. So are we including Advent Children, or are we only going based on like regular Final Fantasy VII? Because I'm like
I say we go
90%
on. I
sure
say we go
Advent.
on game. I say we go on game.
I think Advent Children is canon, but that's like easily fine. And that would put Cloud at like top of A tier.
It really would. Cloud is strong. People kind of lowball Cloud, but he's at
Yeah.
least a Mach speed fighter.
Yeah.
So,
Cloud is pretty freaking strong.
so back to
He's
alphabetical order. No one's going to have a problem with this. I'd actually put
yeah,
him.
like
Yeah, I could
yeah,
throw
I'd
him in
put
D
him
tier.
yeah, D. I wouldn't put
Yeah.
him at like bottom tier because he
No,
still has
he's
Pikmin
got
that gives him
Pikmin. He can do stuff, but if we're running on like canonical stuff, he's like less than a centimeter tall, and he needs a frick ton
yeah,
of Pikmin and prep time to do stuff. I'm giving him prep time for D tier. If you just
yeah.
like drop Alf in front of like Banjo and Kazooie will leave the arena because they aren't even aware that they're fighting somebody.
They go huh? Anyways.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Banjo and Kazooie, speaking of Banjo and
I've
Kazooie,
never played Banjo Kazooie, so
they
I
don't
would have.
have an overly absurd amount of feats. Most of their like moving stuff or breaking stuff is just like slightly above an average bear. But like Steve carrying 64 anvils in one hand without even slowing down whatsoever absolutely wipes the floor with Banjo. It's not even funny.
Are question: Are you implying that Banjo is smarter than the average bear?
I am implying he's smarter than the average bear because he does indeed wear pants and he has a backpack. This believes me to lead that he at least went to elementary school, else why would he have a backpack?
I guess that's fair. Anyways, now we go
Uh,
Bowser. Now I haven't played
Bowser.
Super Mario. I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy 1. I've only played 2, and I don't think that was the one where a freaking black hole caved in on itself and hit him. Now,
Well, at the
I'm
end
not
of Super
exactly
Mario Galaxy 1, there's gonna be a frick ton of spoilers in this video because we are rating like in-game canonical strength, so sorry, people. But like Bowser is very, very, very weird in terms of power because one moment he's like, "Ha! Black hole that reset the universe. Might as well just not die." And the next moment he's like, "Oh
well,
god, I've been
okay,
hit by 12 fireballs."
that goes by like JoJo's rules then, because like it doesn't do that. Like if the black hole wiped out everything and reset it to a certain point in time, I wouldn't consider that like surviving in black hole. That's just like, finding an in-universe way to reset the universe. So
I mean,
rate
he's also strong
if
enough
I were
to
to
stand around black holes too.
if okay, well, let's not consider the implication of that because that's creating feat-based things in a game that,
Yeah,
doesn't heavily consider physics. Because one
that is
moment you
true.
could throw. Now, we do have to agree that he has an insane amount of endurance because in games like Super
Yeah.
Mario 64, you can like throw him off the side of a platform that seems to have an endless pit, and then he just jumps back up.
I feel
Uh,
like I feel like I could put him in A tier, but I think he's too stupid to like
yeah,
fight against
and in
anybody that would be in A tier.
and in games like in the Super Mario RPG games, like Mario and Luigi and Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, he has
Yeah, he's the
shown to
tank
be
unit.
at least like he's can be the tank unit. Okay, in Super Mario RPG, he's definitely like the tank unit who has like the most amount of health. Too bad he like sucks. But
Hop.
uh yeah, he's not good in that game. But in
Okay.
the
Hang
other
on. Let's just go ahead and
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
no. I don't think Bowser Jr. is that.
Okay.
Even, honestly, I might even put Bowser Jr. in D tier. Like I might just cuz like most
We'll
of the time
see.
you
We can
fight
move him down.
Bowser.
We can move him down if D tier looks to be a little too like if C tier looks to be a little too strong for Bowser Jr., we can move him down.
Let me at least present my argument. So, like, at least to my knowledge, every iteration of Bowser Jr. that you fight, you're not even fighting Bowser Jr. He's either in a
Yeah.
clown car or fighting with a dragon or like some other thing. Like Bowser Jr. is never at like the forefront, like with fisticuffs. He always has something else. So I don't think he's as strong as like his Koopaling siblings. I think he's just like really, really friggin' weak. Unless we're talking about Mario Maker, because I know at least in Mario Maker you can fight Bowser Jr. on the same terms as the Koopalings. It's very confusing, but
We can
we can leave
we'll
him in C
see. Yeah, we'll
tier.
see how it shapes. Okay, so Byleth, easy. Wait, hang on.
Just just use one Byleth
Mm. Well,
again for simplicity's sake.
the big problem
There
here.
we go. That's my man.
The big problem here is we have to consider now. Like here's the big problem. I put Byleth in A tier right now, right?
Yeah.
But we have to consider that Bowser's B tier, but Bowser has
hmm
a lot more endurance than Byleth by a long shot. But Byleth is canonically able to wipe out armies with
Well, here's the
sort of the creator.
if we're going on like their stats, then like endurance is definitely like a strong point in Bowser's favor, but Bowser has shown to be not as offensively strong. Like if you threw Bowser
Yeah.
in unless you consider things like mega mushrooms, which I'm pretty sure we don't, right? Because if we included
No, no
stuff like
outside
mega
help. Yeah.
mushrooms, that would immediately change how this would go because gigantic
Yeah.
Bowser is like a whole other story. But so if we're only counting his endurance and his like normal physical strength, he hasn't shown that much other than being able to like pick up chain chomps. And even then it's not like a regular chain chomp, it's just like a very miniature version of a chain chomp. And I mean he has been able to do things like stand toe to toe with Dark Bowser in things like Bowser's Inside Story. Uh so he is
Well,
pretty strong and he's pretty endurant, but I wouldn't say he's like on the same tier as somebody who could single-handedly wipe out an army. Like
well
what
the
Byleth
other
lacks in endurance, Bowser more than lacks in speed, which
well
we
the
can
other
at least
thing
both agree.
the other thing I kind of want to bring up is I guarantee you the most people that watch this are going to be very confused when I say this. Byleth isn't slow in Three Houses. Like
Yeah,
Byleth's
Byleth.
actually decently
Bi-
fast in Three Houses.
yeah,
And
the
that
only
combined with
reason,
yeah, and that combined with the
only
fact that if
reason
you wait to a certain point in the game where Byleth literally becomes God and has the ability to rewind time almost at a whim, and also possesses the ability to cuts through dimensions.
Actually, that brings up another good point. Do we consider I forgot her name, but like the little
Sothis.
green-haired girl inside her, do we count Sothis?
Well, the neat thing about this is, if we're running in-game Byleth, then yes, because of reasons I won't spoil because I love Three Houses as a story. But if we're counting early game Byleth or halfway through the story Byleth, uh, they're they wouldn't be able to rewind time without Sothis. So early game Byleth wouldn't be able to rewind time, but late game Byleth would.
What, Junior?
So
Cool.
I'm learning late game Byleth because late game Byleth is where Byleth starts to get really ridiculous in lore and stuff.
So we're not counting endgame Byleth?
No, we are counting in game Byleth because if it was early game Byleth, they
Okay.
wouldn't have time rewind because of no
Yeah,
assistance.
I mean, to be
Captain
fair, they
Falcon
did.
Galaxy Buster.
Yeah, Captain Falcon Galaxy Buster. But what I was gonna say is Byleth literally entered Smash Bros through a dimensional portal that they cut. So I think it's at least fair to
Yeah,
assume that they're like at least in Smash Bros they're at max capacity.
yeah.
Okay.
I just want
So
to move
yeah, Captain
this.
Falcon,
There we go.
Captain Falcon Galaxy Buster.
Easy, easy win.
Easy, easy win.
Easy.
Little did you know that Jiren wouldn't survive a Falcon Punch.
Dude, MatPat did a calculation on Falcon Punch, and just like an actual Falcon Punch is terrifyingly strong. Like, it would probably kill Byleth, because Byleth doesn't have insane endurance. It would wipe the crap out of everybody beneath Bowser, and it could probably one-shot Steve. Just a
No,
normal
not
Falcon Punch is
Minecraft
ridiculous.
Steve.
Okay, the really cool thing is, like, if we're just counting, like, if we give Steve maxed armor with enchantments, he gets to the point where nothing except like withers and ender dragons possess the ability to out damage him and kill him with like full netherite, prot 4 and thorns.
Yeah.
Prot 5 and thorns. Because like with
Potions
Steve
potions
with
and
prep time
enchantment.
is let's also
Yeah.
bring up the thing that Steve could just drink a milk bucket to reduce any negative effects he has, and also can literally come back from the grave with totems of undying.
Oh god. Wait, are we considering items? Because that's gonna make a
That's
really
yeah.
confusing
That's
argument for Link.
uh, I say mainstay items. So stuff
Okay.
like more like very iconically. I don't think I would give Steve anything
Oh,
beyond like diamond
wait.
armor.
Okay. I can't wait till we get to Link because I have so many things we need to go over
Charizard,
with this revelation. I
Charizard
would
B
put
tier,
Charizard B tier.
Charizard
Charizard
B
B tier.
tier.
Because, like, okay, like in his
Charizard burns
games,
rocks. Charizard can
yeah,
smelt rocks.
yeah, Charizard pretty net. I mean, considering also the HM moves you can teach him, he can
Yeah.
literally, like, fly like an airplane or, like, break a rock with his head.
If we
I
run on
mean,
if we run on really stupid video game logic, we could also say that Charizard possesses the ability to use Fly to get you all the way across the largest region in Pokemon in a couple of seconds, putting him
yeah.
at ridiculous levels of Mach speed that are not fair and we should not give to Charizard. Speaking of Mach
Also,
speed fighters, we got this lad who I do. You know what? Hang on, let me just. There we go. Where does Cloud go in A tier exactly? Like, out of everybody in A tier, where do you put him? Sketchy? Sketchy, you're dead. Oh, okay, he died. That is very sad.
hello, art thou there?
I am out there.
Okay. Did you hear what I said at all?
I. No, I did not.
Okay, I said if we include Mega Evolutions, then there's a case to be had for Charizard being higher than Bowser.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Because,
true.
I mean, okay, like I don't know if you've seen the Pokemon Generations anime, but in the Pokemon Generations anime, Charizard was literally on the verge of dying because his tail was going to go out because he went underwater. But after Mega evolving into Mega Charizard X, he literally survived the brink of death, and his fire was like still burning as hot as it would be on land underwater.
Yeah,
That's got to at
Charizard.
least count for
Yeah.
something.
You discuss real quick where you would put Charizard. I mean Cloud.
Yeah, okay. I said Cloud would be top of A tier. If he can go toe to toe with Sephiroth, then that automatically makes him A tier.
Hang on, I'm gonna go on mute for a second. You do conversation things. No. I said hello.
Hello. Jay, are you there? So,
And the
the
hero
weatherman.
triumphantly returns. So
Welcome back.
where
Okay.
exactly in A tier do we put Cloud? Sorry for that.
Okay. Allow me to make one quick argument. I think Captain Falcon, if he is truly Galaxy Buster, we should put him in S tier and throw Cloud
That's
on top
fair.
of A tier. I think Cloud needs to be the landmark for what determines an A tier or not.
That's true. I don't feel comfortable putting Steve above Byleth. I really don't. Byleth is strong.
Well, it depends on. Okay, if you literally give Steve potions and enchantments, he could literally just
Eh.
make himself invincible for 30 minutes.
Steve just looks at you, slash game mode C.
Slash game mode C, he immediately goes above Kirby tier.
Okay, hang on. Let's hang on. Let's hang on. Give me a second. Uh, uh.
Creative mode.
Give me a second. Okay, and then I'll just put Alex in there for a benchmark so that we don't forget.
Yeah. Okay. So if we're including creative mode, yeah, literally nothing can kill Steve, and he can give himself any item, including friggin' he can make a portal and push you
Slash
into it.
enchant diamond sword with sharpness 10,000.
Yeah. Steve creative mode OP. Okay.
I'm gonna put Crom at top of C tier.
Top of C tier?
Yeah,
Or I guess that does make sense. Like I haven't
he
finished Awakening, but most of
he
Crom's
is
feat seems like
he could kill Charizard.
he's
I guarantee you he could probably kill Charizard, but he does not have more raw destructive power than Charizard. But he could kill Charizard just because he's infinitely more skilled than a Charizard is.
yeah, the Charizard does not know the way of the sword.
He does not.
But
He lacks.
If we gave Charizard Protect or Substitute,
Can
then
Charizard learn Protect or Substitute?
he can. I
Oh,
think
really?
if you look at his TM pool, I can look that up real quick. Charizard learns
While you're
that.
doing that, where do we put Corin?
Haven't played Awakening. That's all you. Or, sorry, I haven't played Faith. That's all you,
Uh,
bud.
okay. So Corin here. Corin's a
Yeah,
demigod.
you can learn
Like,
Substitute.
oh, sick. Okay, so Corin is a demigod, which
Mm-hmm.
is it's very very that alone's pretty good, but mixed with the fact that they could turn into a dragon that is capable of beating out. Okay, let's just. I just want to run some logic here real quick. So Corrin's dragon form, Corrin's uncontrolled dragon form at the very start of Fire Emblem Fates overpowers Azura and knocks her down. Now, if you know anything about Fire Emblem stats, you'll know that Azura has a higher base strength stat than Ike.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Corrin just kind of knocks that aside effortlessly. And spoiler alert: Ike is at least able to kill a god or kill ideals.
Okay, now that's a pretty flimsy string of logic. I bring back my earlier argument that we shouldn't use stuff
Yeah.
like, Bowser being able to stand next to black holes, because Fire Emblem devs probably didn't go into the game thinking, you know what, let's just give them the exact same attack stat as this one character so that way we can properly equate them to Ike.
I'm gonna
I
put
would say,
I'm gonna
yeah,
put Corrin
I'd say core in
in
A tier. Also,
bottom
don't forget
of A. Bottom of A.
we're only are we using both icons now? I thought we agreed that
I
we weren't.
guess I guess so. It just satisfies me to see more dots on the screen.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Anyways,
But these can't
next up,
have creative mode. Ender, okay, hang on. Just hear me out here.
I'm listening.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no. Okay, if we're considering like Zombie and Enderman to be like, not their in-universe counterpart, like if we're not considering them a skin, then
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree Zombie to be E tier. You consider Enderman D tier?
Okay, here's the thing about Enderman is zombies aren't particularly threatening under any circumstances, but there's a reason why it's genuinely advised that you probably shouldn't try to fight an Enderman until you either A have an area where the Enderman can't hit you, or B have semi half decent armor and a stone to iron weapon. Because
Well, yeah, I
Enderman
know that. I
Enderman
know
can
I
like
know Enderman.
Enderman can two shot without armor.
Yeah, I
And they
know,
can
but what I'm saying,
teleport and they have much more health than a player at base.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying D tier, you wouldn't put him higher?
I okay. Here's the thing, though. Do you think an Enderman could beat Banjo and Kazooie?
I have no idea. I've never played Banjo and Kazooie.
Was that a question you ever thought you would be asked?
No, I didn't think I would ever be asked, do you think Banjo... As a matter of fact, I'm gonna text Faith since she's played both Minecraft and Banjo and Kazooie.
Okay. While that happens, where do we put Daisy?
I think she's definitely weaker than Peach.
Yeah, but where do we haven't put Peach on the board yet.
I know, I'm just stating for like future reference. I'd say she's like a D tier. Not, yeah, I'd
D
say she's like a
tier.
D tier.
I can see that.
As like because she doesn't really have anything going for her. She's never like been in a game where she really has like an extensive move pool. And like even in Smash, the only reason she was like included was because we needed like, another Mario rep. So she pretty much just emulates Peach's moveset. Meanwhile, in games like Super Mario RPG, you have like Peach who fights on the front lines with you. And fun fact, Peach is like single-handedly either the best or second best character in the entire game. So I
Huh.
mean,
Next is Dark Pit, who is an actual angel, so he's at least B tier.
I haven't played Kid Icarus. I want to play Kid Icarus. I just haven't.
Uh, I don't.
Dark Pit.
I don't. Do you think Dark Pit could beat Charizard? I think Dark Pit could probably beat Charizard. I think he's fast enough to beat Charizard. I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm
think.
pretty sure Dark Pit and Pit are pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't think he could beat Bowser. Depending on which iteration of Bowser, I don't think Dark Pit could beat Bowser.
Well, the thing is, I do because I think Dark Pit would just wait. If we aren't giving outside health, does that mean he can fly?
Okay,
Because
Dark
he
Pit is
needs
different from Pit because Dark Pit is
no.
like
They
Dark
they
Link.
both no. They both need Palutena to fly though.
Do they both need Palutena to fly? I know Pit needs Palutena to fly.
Does hang on, I'm about to Google that. Does Dark Pit need Palutena to fly? Oh, it's right there. Does Dark Pit need Palutena to fly? Uh, he does not need help flying.
Yeah, that's what I assume. Because he's not Pit. He's like a clone
Oh,
made
okay.
of Pit.
He was also originally unable to flight, and he had to obtain it himself.
Yeah. So if we include no flying, if we include a no flying rule because of Palutena, then Dark Pit is automatically like better than Pit. But like I don't know. This is why I
Hang
wanted to
on,
make a
hang on.
freaking
I'm looking through Dark Pit's abilities on a fandom Wikipedia.
Alright, I'll leave you to that then. I'm gonna
Dark Pit doesn't seem to have any super destructive traits. Yeah, he just seems to be base lasers and stuff. So I feel comfortable putting him above Charizard, but not Bowser. Unless we're just because like the thing is, if we're arguing that Bowser's stronger than Dark Pit, but Dark Pit just has like type advantage against Bowser because flight.
I guess that is fair. Well, if we're including feet, Bowser has
No,
more than shown that he can jump high enough.
we're not letting Bowser fly.
We're not
uh,
letting Bowser fly, we're letting Bowser jump. So anytime Dark Pit is like,
um,
haha, I'm in the air, you can't catch me, he just super jumps towards them, swings at him, he flies out of the way, then falls back to the ground, and it literally just becomes a gigantic game of hopscotch.
you feel comfortable with Dark Samus being there in B tier?
I haven't played Metroid Prime!
Well, the thing to think about is Dark Samus doesn't have any destructive feats, but if we do look at toolkits and stuff, uh, Energy Blaster, missiles, and is at least comparable to Samus in terms of strength.
I'm pretty sure Samus killed Dark Samus, didn't she?
Yeah, that's why I said at least comparable.
Yeah. Uh, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong never played Donkey Kong Country.
uh,
This is so Diddy Kong. I don't think we could put that high because he's literally just a monkey with a peanut
Monkeys
gun.
are strong though. Like people heavily undersell. Like those things can rip your arm out of your socket, but I'm not putting it higher than Banjo.
Yeah.
Donkey
Better than
Kong,
Bowser Jr. though. I can see that.
yeah, Donkey Kong, I think is stronger than. I think Donkey Kong goes top of C tier, right?
I think we
Do you
should move
actually?
Crom to bottom of B tier. If or
Yeah,
yeah, bottom of B tier
Crumb doesn't get enough
because
credit. He's pretty strong.
like I mean. I was gonna say something absolutely awful. I'm not going to say that.
Say it anyway.
Uh, he may be, he may jump high enough to do an ether, but he couldn't jump high enough to save his sister.
Oh no! Oh god! Why would you do this? Oh
uh,
no!
you know what's sad?
Crumb!
You can technically do a run where both of his sisters are dead.
No, God.
That's the fallen timeline.
God. Duck Hunt.
Crom
Duck
falls to
Hunt.
alcoholism and starts to beat Somalia.
Oh no! This got really dark really quickly. Where do we put Falco and Fox?
Okay, I'm like they don't other than Smash Bros, they technically don't have like a ground-based fighting system to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So I think they heavily rely on their airships. If we're not including are we including airships? Because if we're including airships, that at least puts them at B tier. But like if not, I would say D
I'll put
tier.
um I'll put them above Dark Samus. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say they have their spaceships.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, they're definitely strong enough to deal with like a good majority of these. Do you think Charizard could beat them? I don't think Charizard.
No, I really don't
Mm,
think Charizard could beat like if Fox and Falco had their spaceships, I don't think Charizard could beat them. I really don't.
that is a fair argument. Okay, now we have
Bowser went
Ganondorf.
from
Hmm.
what iteration of Ganondorf are we running with?
Well, okay, there is only one iteration of Ganondorf. Like,
That's
okay,
yeah. What
how the
game of
how the
Ganondorf are we
Zelda
using? I know how
How the Zelda?
Ganon's reincarnation works.
Well, he doesn't even reincarnate. It's always the same Ganon. Like in Ocarina of Time, Ganon was sealed away. So if you go to the Fallen timeline, it's just Ganon like who's still alive. Then he dies, and then a bunch of enemies use magic to freaking reincarnate him. In the Child timeline, where you go back to Majora's Mask, you go to Twilight Princess, and that shows that he was sealed away in the Twilight Realm, and then he survived after all that time. He got killed. Then he proceeded to get reincarnated because the Twin Rova, like always. And then in the Wind Waker timeline, the adult timeline, Ganondorf literally survives by coming back, laying waste to the entirety of Hyrule, to a point where the gods literally had to flood the earth. Like Ganondorf is crazy. I wouldn't even put him in B tier. Like he has to be high A or even S. Like
Uh,
Ganondorf is strong.
Ganon. Okay, but okay. So when we're talking Wind Waker, did he have any? Did he have like an army when he did that, or did he just single-handedly take down Hyrule?
It's never stated because
If
how it explained it was at the very beginning of the game, at like the very very beginning of the game. It tells you the history of why Hyrule is like mostly ocean. And it literally just says the hero ran away, never came back, Ganon came back, and then just freaking destroyed Hyrule. And then the gods were like, well, guess I'll die, and then floods the entire earth.
um. Also, we do have to keep in mind Ganon cannot be hurt by anything unless it is a holy weapon, and even then, it requires a stupid double holy weapon in order to actually kill him, as seen when he was stabbed through the heart with the sword in Twilight Princess, and it just didn't
Yeah.
flipping kill him.
No, that killed him. Whenever he got stabbed in the chest by the Master Sword, that it didn't
No,
directly kill
not the
him.
master sword, the original sword, the one that put the white hole in
Yeah,
his chest to
the
begin with.
sage, the sword of sage, it would have killed him if it wasn't for the Triforce of Power. Triforce of Power literally let him survive getting executed, and then he just bodied one of the six sages. Like, I'm not even joking about that. Like, as soon as he survived that execution, he broke through the chain single-handedly and just freaking throttled a sage to death on screen.
Twilight Princess was metal.
They wanted it to be metal. After the backlash from Wind Waker, they needed to make it metal. But
This game's too
Ganon,
kidsy. Oh, it's too childlike, you say. You want whimsy, you say. Here's whimsy.
no, okay. One more thing I'd have to say about Ganon. If we're talking about Ocarina of Time and we want to include bullcrap stuff that probably didn't actually
Oh
happen in
god.
canon, but he did say he did it, he hypothetically threw Phantom Ganon into the gap between dimensions, so that means he has magic that allows him to do interdimensional travel. So that at least puts him on par with the Byleths.
Well, the thing is, I don't feel comfortable putting Ganondorf above like Byleth and Cloud because I don't think there's any
No,
instance where
I
Ganon is seen like single-handedly taking on an army.
I would not put Ganon. Well, Ganon can also single-handedly wipe
Well,
an
that's
army.
true.
It's yeah, but
The really big thing keeping me from putting Ganon any higher is he lacks a divinity trait
he does
because
have a
like
divinity trait,
well no he
the
does
Triforce of
technically.
Power.
Well, no, that is technically a divinity trait, but what I'm talking about is like Ganon only takes damage from divine sources, right? And the
Yeah.
higher on this list you go up, the more divine sources you see. Like look at our
Well,
top two characters in S tier, and then the two characters above him are both like actual gods or god slayers. Shulk has a pretty mystical weapon. Sephiroth could probably bullcrap something about
well,
becoming god.
okay.
The Falcon
It's
would just
not
blow up
that
the
Ganon
galaxy.
can only be killed by like holy artifacts. It's that he can only be killed by the Master Sword because in that universe, the only thing that's strong enough to expel darkness, like pure darkness, is the Master Sword. The only reason why Ganon can't be killed is because in that universe, literally nothing is strong enough to kill him without the bullcrap Master Sword thing that's like, it destroys all darkness. Or the Silver Arrow. Silver Arrow also beats him for God knows what reason.
I also don't feel like putting Ganon higher above Byleth and Cloud because
I
well
wouldn't
then
either.
because like Byleth can rewind time, and Cloud is able
Yeah.
to beat someone who can blow up a solar system.
Ganon just has access to like, even though it's not shown in game, Ganon just has like a ludicrous like connection to magic because of the Twin Rova.
Greninja Mach Speed.
Greninja,
Greninja
I
Mach Speed Pokedex.
Greninja, Greninja not Mach Speed?
No, Greninja's Mach Speed in the Pokedex.
Really?
Well, okay, so let's
Okay,
put it this.
that
Okay,
brings up
hang on. I'll put it this way. Greninja's not Mach Speed in the Pokedex, but Garchomp is, and Greninja's faster than Garchomp.
Okay, that brings up a question. Are we going to include Pokedex entries? Because if you look at
If we're
Slugma,
include,
it says
oh
he's
no,
literally hotter than the surface of the sun,
let's.
meaning that if a single Slugma were to hypothetically exist, it would cause the Earth to burn below it, like to a point where it would cause craters.
Pokemon is a flipping nightmare world to live in. One moment you're existing, the next moment someone's trying to mug a Gardevoir's trainer, and the planet's gone.
Yeah, no, reality's just gone. You think the Earth is gone? Just say goodbye to the solar
Black
system while
hole.
you're at it.
One day you're doing fine. The next day, Ultra Necrozma's like, bro, you want to watch me absorb all the light in the universe?
Yeah, Pokemon. I don't think we should include Pokedex entries in their scales of strength because Pokedex entries are kind of whack.
Okay, if we take away Pokedex entries, then I'd put him at like there.
I feel like you're only putting Greninja over Charizard because type advantage.
I That's part of it, but I also the other thing is, are we allowing Ash Greninja?
Ash Greninja is pretty friggin' strong. Like,
Yeah, because if we're
I
allowing
don't.
Ash Greninja, he's definitely stronger than Charizard.
Okay,
But if not, I would feel
this
comfortable switching them.
This this brings up a solid question because Ash Greninja is weird as it only happens with Ash, but in Sun and Moon, if you get the demo, then you could have an Ash Greninja. But that raises a bunch of different questions because if somebody who isn't Ash is able to use Ash Greninja, then what is Ash Greninja? Is it just like
Ash Greninja is stated in the Pokedex to be the result of a Greninja forging a incredibly deep bond with its trainer, and then the
yo, where the
necessity of
heck is
wanting to.
Ash Infernape? Where is Ash Infernape?
Yeah,
This is bull crap.
so yeah, Ash Greninja is just like like the anime scene where Infernape does like the blue fire. Imagine that, but if it was with Greninja and it was a form change instead of one attack.
God, God, I really wish they brought
Um,
Infernape back. He's such a good
I
Pokemon.
say we allow Ash Greninja because there's no real rule saying no Greninja. Like any Greninja, like there's I think a good number of Greninja could do it, and I'm fairly certain Greninja turns into Ash Greninja when he does his final smash as well.
Yeah,
So
we
I'll
should at least consider Ash Greninja.
yeah
I'd put him in B tier if we consider Ash
yeah
Greninja at least stronger than. I would say he's at least stronger than like Mega Evolution Charizard because like not only does type advantage exist, I don't think we should rate their power based on
no,
type
we're not gonna
advantage
rate
because
a
then that
power of
means
type advantage.
yeah because if we did that we would have to put Squirtle above Charizard and we
Hang on. Like, you want to see the ultimate tier list? Okay, so Squirtle goes above Charizard, right? And then
okay.
since Squirtle, Charizard, and Greninja are since Squirtle and Greninja are both stronger than Charizard, then that means that Ivysaur is stronger than Ash Greninja.
Okay, but going by that logic, then that means Charizard is also stronger than
It's
Ash
an infinite
Greninja.
ladder. The Pokemon are just gonna ladder their way up to Kirby tier.
they
It's their
literally
secret
create
plan.
They literally create the friggin' I don't even remember the name of that paradox, but it's like the infinity triangle.
Okay, so the heroes from Dragon. Oh, these are all from different Dragon Quests.
I say
Oh,
we
okay.
just okay, I've only played Dragon Quest 9, and in Dragon Quest 9, they're an angel, so obviously they're above Kirby tier.
What? No, I wouldn't. Like, how destructive is an angel in that game? Like, how good is he?
Okay. They're able to go toe to toe with okay. In Dragon Quest IX, you start off as an angel, and you start off in an area called the Protectorate, which is pretty much like this gigantic hub world for angels that go like, all right, we do things for people, they get happy, we take their happiness, and then we feed it to the Yggdrasil, so that way we can make God happy. And then stuff happens, you stop becoming an angel, you become a warrior, and then you start kicking the teeth in of like first level hero, you're able to fight like something that's able to destroy a building. So, and that's like single-handedly. That's like not even optionally single-handedly. You have to fight the Hexagon 1v1. So that means like Dragon Quest IX protagonist is at least able to destroy a building collapsing monster single-handedly. And that's like opening level. That's the first boss
That's
in the
okay.
game.
So if we're doing
So
like what's final boss tier for Dragon Quest?
final boss. Okay. So long story short, you start riding a dragon. You fight the antithesis to said dragon that protects the entire world single-handedly. Then you have to fight Corvus, who is an angel who became an anti-angel, who became the equivalent of God himself. Now, hypothetically, having a team is optional in Dragon Quest IX because in Dragon Quest IX, how teams work, it's not like a normal JRPG where you just meet people and then you join them on your team. Literally, after you beat the first boss, you enter a town and then like you go to an inn and then they're like, "Oh, hey, welcome to the inn. Do you want to make a party member?" And then you can choose to say yes or no, and then that's how you get your party in the game. So hypothetically speaking, you could just 1v1 the entirety of Dragon Quest IX. Now, it's not like that in other Dragon Quest games. I'm pretty sure the only reason they did that is because Dragon Quest IX introduced the character creation mechanic, and they really sold that character creation mechanic. So I would maybe put Dragon Quest characters at least at A. A at lowest.
I put Dragon Quest 9 in S.
That's not
I'm
Dragon
gonna put
Quest IX. That's Dragon Quest 6.
no, that's oh, I'm bad at Roman numerals.
Yeah, no, Dragon Quest IX unfortunately wasn't a character in the roster, though I really freaking wish he was. He has such a cool character design.
I'm gonna should have put all the Dragon Quest characters right below Ganondorf.
That's fair. Like, I a part of me says that I want to put them above Ganon, but like that's a fair argument to make.
Yeah, Ice Climbers.
I would say D.
I say what?
I would say D. You put Duck Hunt in D tier? I would put them in F tier.
I mean,
It's
if I put
literally just a dog and a duck. It's literally just a dog and a duck. I mean, like at least in like the game you get a gun, but like we don't
that's
include the
not
gun.
you,
It's
that's the
just
player.
yeah, that's just dog and duck. That is just dog and duck.
Okay, so Ike kills the embodiment of order itself.
I would at least put him on par with Byleth, if not S tier.
Yeah, it's he's also got a divine sword, so he's also got like divinity traits. He's a descendant of Marth, so he's got all that stupid bloodline stuff that some of the mainline Fire Emblem cast has. So he's pretty strong. He's a pretty strong lad. Also, I just want to point out something.
Hmm.
Technically speaking, if we're to run by real world mechanics, Byleth has a trait called their heart doesn't flipping beat that allows them to just not be affected by poison to basically almost any degree.
You know what? That's fair. Cloud with the
And
poison materia. Oh my god, we forgot about materia.
I didn't.
We
I
forgot
remember.
about materia.
I remembered materia. I remembered materia. Where do
Dude,
we put
you can
Incineroar?
literally summon. Okay, I would put Incineroar C tier.
C
I wouldn't
tier.
even put in B tier. Because, like, with Greninja and
I'm gonna
Charizard,
put.
with Greninja and Charizard, they have, like, mega evolutions and stuff and Pokedex entries that at least says that they have, like, the ability to move super fast. Incineroar is not only incredibly slow, like, not nowhere near as fast, and his damage doesn't come anywhere near on par with the other two. I think just overall Incineroar is outclassed
Hang on.
by both
I'm trying to
Greninja and
find.
Charizard.
I'm trying to find the Pokedex entries for Incineroar. But we aren't using Pokedex entries, so that doesn't matter. Well, we are, but we aren't. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I just
okay.
think
Inklings,
overall Incineroar.
inklings, 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 inkling.
I would put Inkling in D
Ing,
tier because the most destructive tool at their
eh.
arsenal, to my information. Okay, I wouldn't put them in E because unlike zombies and Duck Hunt, they have bombs. Like it's an ink bomb,
They do have
but that would
bombs.
still hurt.
That would still hurt.
Like
Ah,
that would still hurt.
stupid, stupid dog. Stupid dog.
Yeah,
Stupid.
Isabel is immediately E tier. Like not
Stupid.
including the smash move kit, she is literally just a dog with a slingshot. Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
I hate Isabel.
Why is Duck Hunt not in stupid dog tier? We need to put Duck Hunt in stupid dog tier.
Because Duck Hunt has the duck.
Okay. That's a fair argument. You were saved today, Duck Hunt. You may be one of the worst characters in this
If it were
game, but you were saved.
if it weren't for that, if it weren't for the duck, you would be in the hunt tier. You would be down
Okay.
here with stupid dog.
Okay. Now
Joker.
Joker is hard because we can't really.
I say we don't really give him Centennial because that requires
Okay,
so
but
much prep.
okay. Okay, now we don't have to give him Sataniel, but even without Sataniel, if we're going by in-universe implications, you could
Yeah.
literally just have a persona that eats every single elemental advantage outside of Almighty, and then he could just erect a magical barrier that just does not let anything touch him and will automatically guarantee him a hit.
Also,
So
another really important thing that we should probably consider here is Joker has Metaverse, which automatically allows him to steamroll any character that has a negative mentality.
okay, I don't think we should at least include that aspect. I think what we need to do is at least give Joker benefit of the doubt because he does have, resistances based on his persona. Half of
Yeah.
this cast is automatically invalidated by Joker. I would put him in S tier, like bottom S tier.
Okay, I don't think he goes. Joker doesn't have the destructive power, but he's got the raw durability.
He doesn't, dude. He
Okay,
can literally cast freaking. mm, Uh, I know it doesn't show it in Smash Bros, but Megon is freaking destructive. Megidolon, okay, Megidolon is literally so powerful in universe that it will always kill you one shot. Now to balance the game, they don't do that, but if we're talking about like Elizabeth Megidolon insta kills anything. And Joker
mhm.
technically fought Joker, if we include Royal, has fought Minato. And massive spoilers for Persona 3. I highly doubt you stop watching for like a single minute while I explain this because I've already spoiled it for Jay,
Ha,
but so
sadness.
Minato literally stopped Death Incarnate. Like, not only did he become the manifestation of the universe itself, just to stop death, a literal concept, but Joker beat Minato. Like, that's just royal, but he still beat Minato. Metaverse Joker is no joke.
I'm gonna put Ivysaur mid C tier above Diddy and Bowser Jr. because Solar Beam, and for almost no other reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I would say Ivysaur is pretty strong. We should lower Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is not
No,
as strong as
Donkey. Okay,
like even
okay. Here's the thing, though. I'm 90% sure there was a game where Donkey Kong punches the moon back into orbit.
Okay, do we have evidence? Can we get that on record? If we can get that on record, if we can get on record that Donkey Kong punched the moon back into orbit, then I would be willing to say he's top of C tier. But without any of that, I would say both Incineroar and Banjo could beat him. Like he is Golira, and Golira is strong, but I don't think he would be able to beat like a super powerful like plant monster.
uh, uh. Okay, so Donkey Kong does have a feat where he punched the moon back into orbit, but he had assistance with it, and it's in a multiple ending game, and a lot of people consider that ending to be not canon.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think we should include punching the moon back into orbit if we consider all those factors. I would still put him under Ivysaur.
Jigglypuff, goodbye.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
Jiggly.
Jigglypuff.
I mean,
Goodbye.
first of all, Jigglypuff is a normal type. Wait, did
Yeah.
did Jigglypuff become a primary fairy type, or did they still have
No,
their normal type
Jiggly's still
evolution?
normal. Jiggly's still
Yeah,
normal.
okay. And technically, all of these characters are considered fighters, so they automatically have the type advantage.
Oh god. Jigglypuff, look out. Is the stupid dog's gonna get you, Jigglypuff.
I would put Jigglypuff above like Dr. Mario, and I would put Jigglypuff above like I would put them above Inkling, not above Mii Fighters.
Okay. Uh
Because Mii
I
Fighters
put
can
I put
Mii Sword Fighter at least can summon a freaking tornado.
that is true. And Me Gunner has a gun, which we all know is very powerful. I'm putting Ken
I
above
like how
Banjo and C
Sans. I
tier.
like no Jay. You need to take out the Mii Gunner and just use the Sans.
No, Sans
I don't.
no, I can't because they're two different characters. Sans
Okay,
has
so
his
are we
own set of
considering?
powers. We
So
are
are we
considering
considering
Sans a separate
Sans?
character.
Are we considering Sans Undertale?
We are considering Sans from Undertale.
Oh my
Uh
God, Sans
I
Undertale.
I am putting Ken in C tier above
Uh,
Banjo and Kazooie because Fire Tornado of Death.
I agree with that. I just don't know how strong. I know Ryu gets like at least B tier. I'm not like
Yeah.
100% on that. I'm pretty sure Ken and Ryu are matched too. I haven't played Street Fighter. I mean, I've played Street Fighter. I just haven't gone enough into like the lore to understand anything between Ryu and Ken.
I don't think they have very many. Oh, DDD. DDD A tier easy. DDD
Easy A tier.
DDD
As a matter of fact,
easy. DDD easy. DDD.
are you saying DDD is divinity?
Okay, the thing is Ganon our divinity benchmark? Is that where we're running on here?
Okay, I don't actually, yeah, I think Ganondorf is divinity benchmark because he's probably like the closest thing to God that we have.
I
Like
mean, like
closest thing.
everything above Ganon is like everything. Ganon's like a pseudo god in the sense where he was gifted god powers, but everything above Ganon is like someone who is like actually who could actually be considered a deity by their own right.
Now, here's my argument as to why we should put DDD under Ganon is because 90% of the time whenever he does like a feat that would put him on par with Kirby, other than like eating something, DDD is always being controlled or being manipulated by some other extraterrestrial force, like in Kirby 64, whenever he was being controlled by dark matter. Like,
That is fair.
yeah, I would put him at least like base level under Ganon, but higher than Dragon Quest Hero. I can definitely see that.
K. Rool stronger than Donkey
I
Kong
would
because
put
I don't think Donkey Kong's ever beaten K. Rool without assistance.
no, he has beaten K. Rool out without
Okay,
existence.
so I'll put him
Did
beneath
did we
Link.
agree to move Donkey Kong down, or are we just keeping him there?
We're keeping Donkey Kong there.
Okay.
Just the
Okay,
prospect that
fine,
he
Link.
could have. Oh, Link. Okay, Breath of the
Okay,
Wild Link.
now
Flurry
okay,
Rush is
now
so stupid fast, IRL.
here's 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 the things we need to consider. Like as a Link, just like physically, he is obviously the most powerful out of all of the Links that we have here. However, he has a gigantic disadvantage
Because of
when it comes to
items.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if we're considering Toon Link only from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, Toon Link can literally stop time. So
Yeah, if we're giving
Link
young Link
from
Majora's Masks. Ooh.
yeah, that's why this makes it like hard because Link is able to go hypothetically Mach speed, but like
Okay,
he
here's the thing we gotta give Ultimate Link though. It is heavily implied that he beat Red Lionels in his prime in like less time than Mifa could comprehend.
No, okay. Let me say something real quick. If Age of Calamity is meant to be like the peak of Link's performance, because I assume like Link would be able to single-handedly handle an army, as we could tell on the Death Mountain
Yeah.
cutscene from Breath of the Wild. But I think Lionels are at least a bit more difficult for Link to handle, like because in
Well,
Age of Calamity they're scaled as bosses, so they still take like a lot of time to kill.
well,
Link can still easily dispatch them, but I don't think he could one-shot Lionels.
not one shot, but what I'm saying is, if you go to in Breath of the Wild at the Zora domain, there's some slabs you can go to, and some recollections you can find of Mipha, where it is like witnessed events that Mipha just watched Link tear a Lionel apart. Just barely had time to comprehend the fact that Link was fighting.
That's that's something that I don't want to incorporate because it's like one of those we'll call it the black hole clause from now on. If
Yeah.
something like that happens, we'll call it the black hole clause. I think that's the black hole clause because that's literally the only instance we ever get of Link being, even in like or background cutscenes, like that's the only time Link's been able to accomplish a feat like that. I would put Link either bottom of A tier or top of B tier.
Yeah,
I think
I have him
now
below the Korans because he does lack
now
that actual god trait that the Korans have.
Yeah. If we were to rank them based on strength alone, if I'm gonna go ahead and get the other links out of the way, I would put Toon Link is hard because even though his arsenal and physical strength isn't that strong compared to the other two links, like his physical strength is
Time
lacking,
stop.
and yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I mean, technically he needs Ciela to do so. Pretty
Is
much,
that is that like a extra character or is that an item? Because we
it's
aren't
a
allowing
fairy.
outside. Okay,
It's a
do we allow fairies
fairy.
as outside help?
Now, that's a good question because if we're including items, then that means fairy in the bottle is also considered an item.
Yeah, but is Cieli a fairy in the bottle, or are they an actual NPC?
Okay, they're in the same regard as Tattle from Majora's Mask.
Okay, then I would probably list them as a the Toon Link couldn't utilize them because that would be outside help.
Okay, then yeah, without Phantom Spheres and time stopping, then yeah, Toon Link is easily outclassed by both of the other links. So I would put
So
him C tier. I would put
we're in
him.
C
I would
tier.
put him. I would definitely put him above Donkey Kong and K. Rool. Donkey Kong and K. Rool do not stand a chance against Toon Link. As a matter of
Okay,
fact, I think Toon Link might even be able to beat Charizard and Greninja, if I'm being completely honest.
I really okay. If we're like Chrome doesn't get
Because,
enough
okay,
credit for this, but Chrome's also pretty smart. Like,
I don't think Toon Link could beat Chrom. I do not think Toon Link could beat Chrom, but the thing is, with Toon Link, not only is he like a master at sword fighting, but um we're also able to infer that because he can do stuff like acrobatic stunts in a sword fight fast enough to where he wouldn't get hit by a monster. But Toon Link in Wind Waker has access to power gauntlets, which allow him to pick up rocks, like at least ton weighing rocks with ease. And then there's also his his invincibility armor, which grants him invincibility.
oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, it
Okay.
consumes magic, so it's like Nehru's love. It's like Nehru's love in
Oh,
that
okay.
regard. Yeah, so he
Do we give Young Link do we give Young Link the masks?
yes, we have to. There's no other way.
And up here with the heroes you go.
No, I put him divine tier because fierce deity. Like Goron, Zora, and Deku is like one thing, but he literally becomes God.
Okay, but the problem is, do you think Fierce Deity Link could beat like Ike or Cloud?
I don't think he could beat Ike or Cloud, but he could beat Ganon.
Okay, so Young Link goes here then.
Yeah. The thing is, okay, have you played Majora's Mask?
I have played some of Majora's Mask.
Okay, let me put this into perspective for you. Fierce Deity is such an overwhelming force in that game. like Majora's Mask is considered like a freaking pushover boss fight because of how easy Fierce Deity's Mask makes it. Let me put this into perspective for you. Take Adalwa, the very first boss fight in the game, and also one of my favorite boss fights in all of Zelda. Take him, and he's like a very difficult boss fight because he doesn't have like telegraphed attacks. He's not like one of those bosses where you wait for him to do something and then you hit him. You have to utilize your tools to the best of your ability, and the first one to die wins. And it takes at least a few minutes to do so, even with like your most ingenuity based ideas. And then Fierce Deity's Mask comes in. You can sweep him in less than 10 seconds. Like, you know Goma from Ocarina of Time? They are a plaything considered to Goma. That's how freaking overwhelming Fierce Deity makes difficulty in this game.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I put Pikachu and Pichu C tier. Pikachu obviously higher than Pichu in C tier because
Yeah.
like Pikachu's actual lightning bolts. So
Yeah, I'd say Pikachu could be. You put Little Mac above Pikachu. Little Mac is just a boxer. Why'd
yeah,
you
but
put
the
Little Mac in C tier?
okay, here's the thing though. Like Little Mac is a really flipping good boxer.
Yeah, but I don't think he would be able to fight an elemental monster type of good boxer. Like
Yeah,
if
I guess so. I think
like
he could
he
beat.
can beat up.
I think he could beat Bowser Jr., Diddy, and Pichu though.
Uh,
Because if we're running on Pichu
uh,
hurting itself with its lightning, and Little Mac has his gloves on, those aren't really going to help him against lightning. But I think Little Mac could punch Pichu so hard it would flipping die.
Okay, I would put Pichu above Little Mac if I'm being honest. I
I
think Pichu could be. Okay, think about it like this: Bowser Jr. and Diddy Kong are literally such minuscule threats because they do not have any good arsenals to their kit. Pichu may be a lightweight, but you can teach a Pichu to use Thunder.
yeah, that's true. Actual lightning
Yeah, so
bolts.
yeah, I don't even if we impose like the self-damaging rule, like Little Mac, no matter how strong he is compared to like the heavyweights in the games that he fights, like Sandman and Super Macho Man and Mike Tyson himself are freaking nightmares, but like I don't think Mike Tyson would be able to beat up a Pichu. Like if he just picked up a
Um,
Pichu, he would be able to wail on it, but the Pichu could easily electrocute him and that would be game. Keep in mind there's like a
oh,
difference between the mortal realm and the Pokemon realm.
okay, hang on. Watch this play. Game and Watch. He goes down here, all the way down here. He is a
Yeah,
2D object. He physically cannot interact with people in a higher plane of existence. The best he can do is
yeah,
give someone a paper cut.
yeah. He does his nine hammer, it literally does nothing.
Thwack.
Okay,
Where does
Lucario.
Lucario? Yeah.
Okay, now are we including the anime? Because in the anime, it is shown that Lucario single-handedly fought an entire medieval army in the Mystery of Mew movie.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah,
We're giving
so
him Mega Evolution because that's his Final Smash 2, right?
yeah,
Lucario,
what Junior?
Lucario goes there.
What? In a little bit.
I put Lucario above Dark Samus in
Why
B.
haven't you asked until 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Okay, well, you need to focus on eating more than playing the Xbox. Okay, I need to make my brother something to eat because he hasn't eaten anything all day.
Alrighty,
Uh, you can keep going while I do this, and I'll be back in like
alrighty.
3 minutes.
Lucas. Lucas is pretty strong, actually. Lucas is pretty strong. Psychic. He's pretty good. Hmm, Where do I put you? Where do I put you? Uh, Luigi. Do 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 do. Canonically, Luigi can beat Bowser, so Luigi and Mario can both beat Bowser. So it's actually fairly simple. Fairly simple. Fairly simple. And before everybody's like, wait a second, but if canonical defeating if canonically beating somebody makes them stronger on a certain list, then how come Link is here, but Ganon is here? Well, that's because this Link right here, this lad, this Linky boy, he's never fought Ganondorf. He's fought Calamity Ganon, but he hasn't fought Ganondorf, so we can't really scale him on that.
Okay,
We fit
sorry, my
trainer.
dad apparently went out to go get food already. Okay. Okay,
I
so what
put
have I missed?
I put Luigi and Mario above Bowser in B tier because obviously, and Lucario went
Yeah.
above Dark Samus in B tier.
Now,
Uh,
okay, I would like to bring something up. If we're
yeah,
including the Mario and Luigi game, okay, I know we don't have like the partner rule, but like, do Mario and Luigi or Mario and Luigi an exception to that, or are we basing them solely on individual power?
we're basing them individually.
Okay, because if we were considering their combo attacks from Mario and Luigi, they're just OP.
Yeah.
Also, it's never brought up in any other game, but in Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi are able to conjure fire and lightning without the use of a power up.
Oh, okay. They're just going easy on
So,
Bowser then. Uh,
yeah. So I would at least put them A tier. I think Lucas would be higher than Link, if I'm being honest. Like,
yeah.
I haven't
Lucas is a.
played any of the Mother games, but I know how freaking strong their psychic powers are.
Yeah, I put Lucas above Corrin.
Yeah, I would
Uh,
put Mario and Luigi at least bottom of A tier, if we're being honest.
I would, but A tier is getting a little overpopulated as of this point in
Well,
time.
that's mostly because you put like four of the same heroes as well as
Well,
two violent.
these are all from different games, so
Well, yeah, but we can't accurately scale them. I think we should just like consider
yeah.
them as like the average hero protagonist. But
By the same logic, I'm also just gonna throw Ness up here, right there
yeah,
with
I
him.
would say Ness might be weaker than Lucas.
I'm pretty sure
What,
Ness is
Junior?
weaker than Lucas in game.
No. Okay, I need to settle something real quick.
Ha. Ryu, I'll put you there. Um, Ryu goes there. Yes, Ryu. I have a thing I need to do. I have a thing I have to do. I'm required to do this legally by law. It is actually in my contract. And then this goes right here. Boom. Uh Villager, he has an axe. He has an axe. So like yeah, he has an axe. He could kill you with that. Um Sonic. Okay. Easy. 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 Sonic goes there easily. Yoshi, where do you go? You're a dinosaur, so you're pretty buff. You are a pretty buff lad. You also actually can't even die, really. So in the original games anyway, unless you fell off a cliff, like or fell into lava, if you got hit by a Goomba, you just like drop off. So Yoshi had to be special killed. So I'm fine with putting Yoshi there. Wolf, you go here with Fox and Falco. Put you right in the middle. Mewtwo. I feel comfortable putting Mewtwo top of B tier. Yeah, yeah, I feel comfortable putting Mewtwo there.
Oh, you put Sans from Undertale and above B tier.
I put Sans from Undertale and the Sands of Undertale tier. Where did I put characters while you were gone? I put I put Sans there. I put Mewtwo top of B. I put Wolf in between Fox and Falco where he
Mewtwo is not
belongs.
top of B. Mewtwo is at least on par with Ness and Lucas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he is
Sonic
the world's
is
strongest Pokemon.
yeah, Sonic is up here in A tier.
That makes sense. Oh, do we
I'm
do we
not
put
giving him
Sonic?
Supersonic. I'm not giving him
Okay,
Supersonic because Chaos Emeralds.
yeah,
He
that's
has to.
actually good.
Ryu is here at bottom of B. Wii Fits are here, and I put Yoshi above Ken in C.
That makes sense. Okay.
Uh,
So
I
now
need to.
we have
We need to.
Lucina.
This is a very difficult one because,
I
like,
would say
who do we,
Lucina is.
the scary thing is here is it varies depending on which parent you give Lucina. Because if it's like anybody else, then Lucina is just a really good sword fighter. That's at least on par with Chrom. But if you give Robin as Lucina's mother, then she's a flipping demigod.
Okay, well, the question is, do you play as female? I played as male Robin, because,
Well, it's a 50-50 shot as to either one you play. So the real question is do we give her maxed out with bloodline or do we just let her exist
I
as a
don't
really
think we
good
should
sword fighter?
consider it on stats. I remember I did Lucina's thing with Chrom, and I remember they were at least able to stay on par with each other. I think we should at least put Lucina either a little bit above Chrom or, like, next to Chrom.
Well, the thing is I'm also like the thing I want to consider is are we giving her like the evil divinity that her that Robin has as a parent or are we not giving her that?
Well, what does the evil divinity do?
Okay, so you know how Robin is like Grima.
I don't know who Grandma is.
Okay, so you know the massive dragon that's the size of a continent? Not really the size of a continent, but the
No.
massive dragon
I
that
was
dwarfs a
okay. I
city.
literally ended off my playthrough on chapter 21.
You would have seen Grima in the flashback cutscenes then. That really
Well,
big
it was never.
dragon, that really big dragon that killed Lucina's parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Grima. So Robin is that. That is Robin.
Okay.
So in it is possible for Lucina to have power descended from that. And in game, it gives her stats a little buff, and it also gives her an extra attack, which allows her to deal extra damage while healing when she hits someone. I believe either that or it just like doubles as crit damage. I don't remember exactly. I just
Well, if it
remember
doesn't
that
really
having
give
her.
her much outside of a small boost, then I don't think we should go with like the implication that she has like because even
I'll put her.
biologically, I
I'll
don't
put
think that
her.
really gives her anything. Yeah.
I'll put her above
Yeah,
Chrome
just
because
yeah.
like with Robin, she's definitely above Chrome. Without Robin, she's interchangeable with Chrome.
Yeah. Uh now Marth
Marth.
is a
I
bit of
haven't
a
played Marth's
doozy.
game yet. I want to play it on stream, but I don't have a adapter for a Switch HDMI.
PC,
Probably
you
get.
can technically just emulate it.
I guess it kind of feels legal though, so I probably won't. Uh,
Well, you technically bought it, so it's
I
not
did
illegal.
not
As long as you
technically buy
bought
it. I bought it.
I follow the philosophy that if you've at least bought the game once, it is like legal to play it on an emulator because,
Uh,
preservation of games.
I don't know how strong Marth is in canon. I do know that he killed someone equivalent to Grima with help, but his sword is specifically designed to kill Grima, or something on tier with Grima.
Uh, I would put
And
him
also the
with
Grima or the dragon from his game, I'm 100% certain anywhere isn't anywhere near the size of Grima from Awakening.
I I think we should at least put him either on par with Crom and Lucina or put him like a bit below.
I'll put him in between
Yeah.
because he
That sounds
is.
about right.
I do think that Crom would be considered stronger than Marth because like his just like the techniques of sword fighting and how the falchion, which is the weapon all three of these characters use, put together
Yeah.
over time. Marth had to engineer all of that, so he doesn't have anywhere near the amount of like training or experience that Crom or Lucina would have, who had people that could teach them how to use it properly.
Well, then wouldn't you put him under Crom?
I would, but I'm fairly certain Marth has an extra divinity trait, given that he was the first person to have the Falchion. He's interchangeable with Crom at the very least.
Isn't it
He might be
Falchion?
stronger. I think it's called Falchion. I call it Falchion anyway. It sounds cooler.
Right. Mega Man. I don't.
Do we give him the
Mm...
ability to be one shot by anything that is spiky, or do we, or do we just not give him that?
Well, if we did that, then that means we'd also have to give that to Kirby because Gordo.
True, true, true.
What,
Mega Man,
Junior?
Mega Man without that, Mega Man without that, B tier, C tier, C tier above Kin, not above Yoshi.
C2. I mean, yeah,
Right
he's
here,
got gun. Give me 1 second. What, Junior?
gun. Meta Knight, Meta Knight, Meta Knight's pretty
Okay, I've
good.
got to do a bed repair because my brother was jumping on his bed again.
Huh. Meta Knight's strong. He doesn't get enough credit for it, but he's pretty strong. Min, min, laser arms, laser arms, laser arms, laser arms, laser arms. Okay, I'm just gonna put Peach above Daisy. Olimar goes here with his buddy. This is a plant. Uh, this is a plant. It's literally a plant. It's a plant. It is a plant. Pokemon Trainer has access. It at least goes above Charizard. Probably above Greninja as well. I don't want to put it higher than 3 divine sword fighters that are all at least wallbuster by themselves and have shown themselves to be capable of slaying dragons single-handedly when the dragons have riders and trainers as well. So these 3 can go above Pokemon Trainer. Richter, I want to save. Ridley can blow up a spaceship. He has plasma breath. So he is at least here.
Okay.
Rob is a toy.
What did I
Rob
miss?
is a Rob is a flipping toy. Go down here.
Rob is a toy.
Go away, Rob. You are a toy. I have put Ridley below Bowser in B tier. I have put Pokemon trainers, both Pokemon trainers below Crom in B tier. I have put Peach above Daisy in D. I put Plant below Daisy in D.
Yeah, Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant in game isn't that strong.
Is an
Now, if
actual
we're talking
plant.
PD Piranha, that's something else, but he's not
No,
PD Piranha.
no. So where do we put Pac-Man?
Okay, now in his home games, he's not that strong, but like he's had some spin-off series where he does like some crazy things.
Well,
I would put him under. Let me see B tier, B and C tier, real quick. I would put him in definitely either B or C tier.
I'm
I'd
gonna
say C
drop.
tier under Mega Man. I'd say under Mega
Yeah,
Man at least.
I'll drop him there. So Richter's a vampire hunter. He has plenty of divine weapons. He can kill Dracula with assistance. Granted, I believe he has assistance when he kills Dracula from Alucard.
Uh, no, you're thinking of the guy from the anime, Trevor Belmont.
Oh, um,
Richter,
Richter.
I think
Richter can.
Richter is like really skilled as like a fighter. I would put him like above Little Mac at least, because he
Yeah,
is
but
still just
he's
a
also,
normal guy.
but he also has a plethora of holy weapons.
That's what gives him an edge. But at that point, he's just like a weaker version of Link.
I guess
Because
so. He
like
doesn't
even
really.
with
He doesn't really
Richter's,
have the. He doesn't really have the physical feats to back things up like Link does.
yeah,
He's Link, but without
like
the insane physical feats.
Well, okay, he can still do insane physical feats. It's just that he doesn't have
Yeah,
as much of an arsenal as Link. Like, even though his
that
holy
too.
weapons are pretty strong, like, oh wait, hang on. Isn't there an item in the game that just straight up lets you stop time?
There probably is.
Let's not include that because I've only played the
Yeah.
first Castlevania. I know Richter is
Um,
like leagues stronger than freaking. It saddens me. It saddens me. Dude, wasn't Rosalina the one who created the black hole that just straight up freaking.
yeah,
Yeah, I would put her in
yeah,
S tier. Paul,
yeah.
I,
Rosalina,
I,
Rosalina's
I,
pretty good. Rosalina's pretty strong.
I don't like Rose. Okay, I think Rosalina's okay as a character. I freaking despise her in Smash Bros. But like, I gotta give
She's
credit where credit's due. She
she's
is,
she's strong.
yeah,
Snake is a super soldier with a plethora of very strong weapons, so I will at least put him above Ryu, which is
yeah,
he's Snake's good. Like his skill and intellect alone are good enough to keep him in B tier.
yeah. I would say he's stronger than Toon Link. I think he could punt a child.
Well, the thing is, I think he could just outsmart Toon Link. I don't think Toon Link would be able to know that Snake was taking him down.
Okay, here's the thing though. Like, you're kind of like underestimating Toon Link's intelligence. Now,
Well, yeah,
granted,
I'm not underestimating Toon Link's intelligence. I'm just stating Snake is really flipping smart and is an insanely good assassin.
yeah, that is fair. But if we're talking like Breath of the Wild or Majora's Mask Link, they're like unlike Toon Link, they are like super seasoned fighters.
Breath of the
Toon
Wild
Link,
Link. Breath of the Wild Link was so good at fighting that he could flurry rush out of memory. He didn't have to learn
yeah.
that crap again. That was ingrained into his muscle memory at like 18 years old. He's a pretty good fighter.
And then there's Ocarina of Time Link, who just straight up he fought in Ocarina of Time, then he fought in friggin' the adult timeline of Ocarina of Time, then he went to Majora's Mask. I mean, all of that automatically cements him as one of the strongest.
Yeah, he's
Are
pretty
you
good.
saying
It's
Samus is weaker than Ridley?
I have realized my mistake. I have I would like to correct my error.
Yeah. I was uh Now
Um
Samus's parents, however.
oh god, they don't stand a chance against Ridley. Wait, no.
uh
These guys could not beat Enderman.
Squirtle could not be Enderman.
Wait, no, Squirtle could beat the crap out of Enderman. Enderman can't touch water.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Um ooh, where do I put do we give Sheik Triforce of Wisdom and Magic, or do we just give Sheik?
Okay, Sheik got ragdolled by Bongo Bongo. I
Yeah.
care to say that Sheik is not that good.
I say Sheik's better than Little Mac at least.
Sheik is better than Little Mac at least.
I wouldn't put her higher than Richter though.
Yeah, Sheik is definitely not stronger than Richter. Zelda,
No,
however,
hang on. Where do
Zelda
I
we
put
do
Simon?
Simon is weaker than Richter, so under either above Sheik or under Sheik.
I'm gonna put him right there.
Yeah.
These two are probably interchangeable for the most part, in all honesty.
No, 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 no. I've read a bit on the Castlevania lore, and even though I haven't done it in like a couple years, I remember distinctly that Richter was like leagues above Simon.
Oh, okay.
But
Uh, well,
for
I was
regular,
talking about Simon and Sheik, interchangeable.
uh-huh. Okay.
Uh,
So we have to give Zelda not only the three great fairy spells because that's what she gets in the game. Okay,
yeah.
actually, how are we going to determine the Zelda? Because if we're only going by Link Between Worlds Zelda, she was not that strong. She
But if we
was
give her like Breath of the Wild stuff, she starts to get pretty good.
okay. No,
If
I
we give
wouldn't.
her Twilight Princess didn't have too many insane feats.
She was able to use a sword, though.
She was able to use this. Actually, it's kind of implied she was at least as good as some of her knights in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, she at least knows how to handle a sword. If we give her the bow of light, it also
If we
depends
give
on
her
which
the
bow of
bow of
light.
light,
It depends on which bow of light we use. If we go with Breath of the Wild bow of light, that's already pretty freaking strong. But there is literally an iteration from Wind Waker of the bow of light that just insta kills every enemy that gets hit by it, other than boss enemies.
I say we run on. I say we just give her the universally accepted skills of Zelda.
The universally okay, then she's good at sealing magic. She's smart. She's not very strong, but she has at least a few magical capabilities, which we can substitute with the three things.
Yeah.
I would say either chic tier or below chic tier.
I think her magic would be able to keep her up with Simon. I don't think she can beat Richter though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Okay, I
here's the very scary thing. Roy's 15 and he kills some dragons. He's
he's
at least
strong, but I wouldn't put him on
he's
par with like the other fighters.
I'll put him below Pokemon Trainer.
You put him below Pokemon Trainer?
Well, no, he'll go below Crom.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
So here's where things start to get a little iffy. Because like, do we give Robin Grima? Do we give Terry his movie? And do we let Wario and ZZS keep all their gear?
Okay, we definitely need to give ZSS all her gear because we've done
If
the same
ZZS
thing
has
with
all,
Link.
if ZZS has all her gear, she's at least better than Ridley.
Okay.
Not as good as her armor because duh, but at least better than Ridley.
All right. So then I don't know anything about Wario. I've never played a Wario game in my life. I just
I'll
know
put
that he's
him.
like anti-Mario.
I'll put him here. If he's supposed to be
You put
Mario,
him above
but
Bowser?
I'm pretty sure he could beat Bowser. If he's just supposed to be inverted Mario, then he could probably beat
Well,
Bowser.
yeah, but he's not like Dark Link or Dark Pit. He's just like a
Uh,
guy who tries to imitate him. He does have some pretty
I'd
big
really.
chompers though.
I don't want to. I'm gonna put him. Given
Kame.
like given what I know about Wario, I want to put him
Yeah.
here. There we go. There we go. Oh, that puts him higher than Toon Link though. Mm, I'll put him below Toon Link. I'll put him below Toon Link. I'll give him that. He can have that. You can have that, Toon Link. You are welcome, Toon Linky. Linky Toon. Uh God, these characters are gonna be very weird to rank. Because Robin is heavily reliant on loadout thanks to tomes, and they're also heavily reliant on Grima as well. And Terry varies anywhere from being like Ryu tier up to S tier, depending on what continuity we give him. So that's kind of a concerning thing. Where do we put you, Ryu? Terry, where do you go? Where do you belong, Terry Bogard? Or Robin? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make an executive decision to give Robin Grima. Wait, no, that would count as outside. It's not really outside help because Robin is Grima, technicality, or is a Grima avatar. We gave Joker mementos. And we let Shulk use Monado. Uh yeah, Grima's heavily entwined to Robin. I'll put him bottom of S.
Okay,
No, hang on a second.
I'm back.
And okay. So
Alright. So
I have decided to put the Robins just above Joker in S tier.
just above Joe. Wait, really?
Okay, because keep in mind, Robin can have stupid, ludicrous magic and is capable of utilizing almost every single spell in Awakening, and is also pretty good with swords and can also wield Levin's sword. And if we give them Grima, then they can turn into a monster that is bigger than Godzilla by a
That's
significant
fair, but
margin.
that means by extension you're also saying Robin is stronger than Byleth.
I am, and Byleth is time cutting and dimension cutting and like anti army level, but Grima single handedly doomed Awakening's future.
That is fair.
Also, Grima is solely responsible for killing Crom in the future as well, and Crom's entire army. And while
Yeah.
Grima is not like Planet Buster or Galaxy Buster like Rosalina and Up are, like Rosalina is Joker isn't either. But Joker needs prep time to have high offense, whereas Grima can just like whoops, massive dragon.
Well, technically, it isn't prep time.
It's not
I mean,
prep
it
time, but
technically is prep
he
time, but
need
it's not like
yeah. If we're giving
I
him
wouldn't
in
consider it. I wouldn't. I would consider it more like Link's arsenal. It's something that he built up over his time in the journey, not
yeah.
something that
No,
that he needs to collect.
the really big question here is, do we give Terry movie continuity or game continuity?
The question is, I know you said that something really broken happens with Terry in his
In
movie.
in
I
in
just don't remember
Terry
what it was.
in Terry's movie, in one of the Fatal Fury movies, Terry fights a guy who is said to be about equal to him, kills him, and then bloodied from the fight against someone who is about equal in him in strength, goes into a room where a man gathered enough pieces of the armor of Ares, I believe, to turn himself into a god, or at least have god level strength, and then Terry proceeds to beat the crap out of him and kill him. Or not kill him. I don't think he dies. I think Terry spares him. He might have killed him. But Terry is able
I
to
think that's a.
solo a god while bloodied in the movie.
I, I think that's a. I think that's a black hole clause.
Yeah, that's a movie, and I don't know if we count the movie as canon because we didn't count like if we count like
We didn't count Advent Children. We didn't
we
count
didn't
Advent
count we
Children.
didn't
So
count
I.
Out of the Children, and we didn't count what else did we not count? We didn't count we didn't give any of the Pokemon. Like Lucario would immediately be higher on this tier list if he was anime.
Oh yeah. I never asked where we put Lucario. Yeah, Lucario makes
Luke,
sense of B tier if we never put him in with the same like leads
yeah.
as like Mystery of Mew Lucario.
Okay, so without movie continuity, Terry is just debatably swappable with Ryu.
Yeah.
Also, the funny thing is, in the movie as well, in the Fatal Fury movie as well, Terry also does a power geyser that is capable of covering the entire top floor of a parking garage and blowing it to bits while bloodied.
Jesus. Power
He-
Geyser.
He's much stronger in the movie than he is in the games, I feel.
Yeah. I've never played a Fatal Fury or watched a Fatal Fury game in my
I
life.
found the.
So
I don't remember where I watched the movie, but you can probably find it pretty
yeah, definitive Smash Bros tier list. Alex from
definitive.
Minecraft from Alex from Minecraft Creative Mode OP.
Creative mode, number one tier in the game. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna change this slightly. There we go.
Yeah, commands enabled. That's just broken.
What's that? Kirby thinks he can win. Slash kill Kirby. Slash kill.
Okay.
Alex solos all of the flipping Smash roster. Slash kill at E.
It's literally just Galeem, but Alex from Minecraft.
It's literally just Galeem, but Alex just types in slash kill at E, and everybody just turns red, makes a Minecraft oof noise as they fall over.
The only one who was able to get away was Kirby because he friggin' traveled dimensions before the command. He left the server before the command affected him.
He combat logged. Kirby combat logged, and that's the only reason he didn't die. This is the new Smash Bros.
Okay.
Continuity. This is the new That is what okay. What it really should have just been like. Imagine Sephiroth's trailer, but instead of Sephiroth cutting Galeem in half, it was just like the Minecraft like typing area appearing on the bottom corner of the screen, and it just said /kill at Galeem, and then
Kill
Galeem just
at Glee.
turns, and then Galeem just turns red and falls over, and a bunch of particle effects appear, and then everybody just turns around, and Steve is standing there.
Dude, if that's how they reveal, I think that Steve reveal trailer would be infinitely more popular than the one we got.
God, that would be flipping hilarious. Well, imagine if Steve's final smash was just /kill at A.
God, that would be so funny. Anyways, so yeah,
This is the
do we want to
definitive.
do one last review before we call it a day with this?
We do have another tier list where we said we would rank characters based on how good
How
their
we like
story
them.
was. Yeah, how we
Yeah.
like them or how good their story was. We can save that for later though. Because this
Uh,
is an hour and 39 minute, hour and 40 minute long stream right here. So I feel like doing another stream for this one is justified.
yeah. However, though, I do want to do something else. I
And
feel
that
like,
is
I don't know. Oh, do you want to play Brawl, like I mentioned?
maybe in the future.
Maybe in
I
the
don't know
future.
about.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about
What
right now.
about what about Valorant?
Maybe I'll have to change my stream setup, and yeah, I'll have to change my stream setup, and I'll have to end this one. But we can. Well,
We
yeah,
become
that'll
famous by followers, primes, and viewers. Hello?
yes, that will do it for
What?
this stream. Goodbye,
Huh?
and thank you for watching.